Good morning to each and everyone. I'm Patricia Masaya. So this is my report. In Chapter 7, Continuing Professional Development, the lifeblood of the teaching professions. So we have here the sayings that who dares to teach must never cease to learn. Introduction. This chapter is devoted to discussion of continuing for professional teachers in the Philippines and also discusses its philosophical basis with the aim of instilling in teachers the genuine desire for CPD. Learning outcomes explain why CPD is necessary for professional teachers and discuss pertinent provisions of the CPD Act of 2016 and other related legal documents commit to continuing professional development. The professional license for teacher obtained after passing the licensure examination for teachers simply tells that the professional teacher possesses the minimum competencies expected of professional teachers. Hence, every professional teacher is expected to continuing developing after obtaining her professional license. This is one big demand for a professional teacher. The Code of Professional Conduct for Public School Teachers cited in Section 7 of RA 4670 states responsibility is something expected of a professional teacher. The work of teachers and the development guidance of the young is a tremendous responsibility for which he is accountable to God, to his country, and to posterity. It is trust of which every teacher should strive to be worthy. So when I say CPD is a continuing a professional development, it praises the history for professional teachers in the Philippines. So the philosophical basis of DPD, as I mentioned earlier, the licensure examination for teachers. A while ago, this is cited under Section 7 of RA 4670 where it states, I explain the meaning of each of the following quotations. Growth is an evidence of life. Number 2, man, woman is an unfinished project. Number 3, no person has arrived. The philosophical basis of CPD, growth is an evidence of life. This implies that anything that is grows is alive. So a teacher who is alive grows physically, psychologically, mentally, socially, emotionally, spiritually. If she doesn't grow, it means she is no longer alive. Man, woman is an unfinished project. For a professional teacher, she is always in the process of becoming better and better as a person. And as a professional teacher, no professional can claim she is already arrived at a state of perfection, neither perfecta nor perfecta, who is expected to continue developing. So when we say growth is an evidence of life, so as simple as that, so you have to grow. So man woman is an unfinished project. So for example, me is a graduate. I cannot say that I am perfect, that I already arrived at the state of perfection. No, either perfecta, perfecto, who is by name is not actual perfect. So no professional has arrived at the perfect state. We have here the historical and legal basis of continuing professional development in the Philippines. So, even before the enactment of the CPD Act of 2016, CPD was already alluded to in the 1987 Philippine Constitution. No less than the fundamental law of the land, Section 5, Paragraph 4 states that the state shall enhance the right of teachers to professional advancement. Number 1, Batas Pambansa 232, the Education Act of 1992, Chapter 3, Duties and Obligations, Section 16, states as one of teachers' obligation to assume the responsibility to maintain and sustain his professional growth and advancement. Number 2, RA 9155, an act instituting a framework of governance for basic education, establishing authority and accountability, remaining the Department of Education, Culture and Sports as the Department of Education, and for other purposes was enacted on August 11, 2001, and the enumeration of duties and functions of the Secretary of Education, Section 7, A to with. So in addition to his or her powers under existing law, the Secretary of Education shall have authority, accountability, and responsibility, among other things, for enhancing the employment status for professional competence, so welfare and working conditions of all personnel of the department. Section 7 E sticks to with consistent with the nation or educational policies plans and standard. The school head shall have authority, accountability, and responsibility for encouraging staff development. So will you notice that when you have a meeting with your principals, with your deans and other supervisors or etc., they're encouraging you to enroll your master's degree, your doctoral degree, and to attend seminars and the other workshop training. So number 3, RA 7836, the Teacher Professionalization Act, also provide for mandatory continuing professional education or CPE, now referred to as continuing professional development CPD to WIT, to encourage continuing professional growth and development and to provide additional basis for merit promotion. In addition to their performance rating, teachers may take an oral and written examinations at least once in 5 years is basis for merit promotion. The same RA 7836 states unjustified or willful failure to attend seminars, workshops, conferences, and the like of the continuing educational program prescribed by the board and e-commission Sec 23H, revocation of the certificate of registration, suspension from the practice of the teaching professions, and cancellation of temporary or special permit. So, in taking this examination, no fee shall be required. This is under Section 9, Periodic Merit Examination of Teachers. Unfortunately, due to lack of funding, the merit examination has not been implemented after the writing time. Number 4, the Board for Professional Teachers or BPT also passed Resolution number 435S177 to adopt the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers pursuant the provisions of paragraph E, Article 2 of RA 7636, otherwise known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. This Code of Ethics states every teacher shall participate in the continuing professional education programs of the professional regulations commissions and shall pursue such other studies as will improve this efficiency, enhance the prestige of his professions, and strengthen his competence, virtues, and productivity in order to be nationally and internationally competitive. Section 3, Article 4. So this can be read under Section 3, Article 4 of the Code of Ethics. Here and number 5, so can you please read it na lang po and I will explain na lang. So number 5, the executive order was premised on the following. It is imperative to improve upon registered professional as the completion of the CPE programs adopted by the concerned board as persuasive for the renewal of their licenses. Number 6, so the silent provisions of RA 10912, the CPD Act of 2016, there is actually a lot of questions that has been raised on RA 10912, otherwise known as the Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. Many teachers, the CPD, it is claimed to be extra effort and extra time, when in fact it is very professional's obligation. CPD is the only way professional can sharpen their competitive. We have here the number of CPD, so you can see there on the table how many credit units are required for the renewal of PICS from the period of December 27 and 2017. The required number of credit units is 15. Credit units from January to December 2018, the required number of credit units is 30. And January 2019 onwards, we have 45 credit units. That's all, and thank you and God bless.